Hey, it's Chris Beyer.
Chris Bowling.
Hey, CB, we've got a new guest in focus today, DJ Knight. Good morning. Good to see you.
Good morning. Happy Friday, gents. How we doing?
Happy Friday.
We're doing well.
How are you?
I'm
Thanks
doing
for
great.
joining
Thank
us.
you.
So, DJ, we've gotten to know you for quite some time. Got to work with you in some prior roles. As Mr. Bowling doesn't know, you could kill all of us in a golf match, and that's why Chris doesn't play at all. You are a fantastic golfer, but we're not here to talk about your golf game. We're here to talk about who you are and kind of what's your background. So we see that new logo, bherd, next to you. Can you tell us a little bit about who you are and what you're doing today?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for the introduction, gentlemen. So yeah, my name is DJ Knight. I am the head of sales at bherd, which is a specialized agency that partners with broker consultants. Surprisingly, I didn't grow up wanting to be in the insurance industry. It wasn't something that I dreamt of and went to school for, but was something I think, like most of us, kind of fell into the role. As you mentioned about golf, that was really my background for the first 6 years of my professional career. I graduated from college in 2009. I had a professional golf management background. That was my major, as well as business marketing. So I worked at various country clubs from the Woodlands, Texas, Hilton Head Island, South Carolina, Naples, Florida, and then in 2014 settled here in Kansas City. It was while I was at a country club here that one of the members, who was a longtime sales consultant at an insurance carrier, kind of recruited me in. And interestingly enough, his first questions to me to join the insurance industry was, "Do you know anything about insurance?" I said, I think I have it. And he said, "What about long-term or short-term disability? Do you know anything about those?" And I said, "I do not." And he said, "You're perfect. You're exactly what we're looking for.
Sign this guy up now."
we can train you and get you to drink the Kool-Aid. You can do it just how we want you to do it."
Yes.
So 2 months later, that was the end of my golf career. And in late 2014, I started as an insurance carrier sales rep. I love my time doing that. And I worked with y'all in that capacity as well. But, my goal is really to create different experiences for folks, make sure that we're doing something that others maybe aren't, and making sure that we're taking that extra step to help differentiate ourselves and yourselves. So, it's just been a great ride so far for me in this role at bherd. We're really excited about what we're doing with our broker consultant partners. Professionally, personally, a huge fan of my wife. So we're celebrating our 5-year anniversary this year. We have a 3.5-year-old son, and I love to spend time with my family when I can. This business certainly takes a lot out of us, so they're my support system and help me rejuvenate for sure.
Love it.
When you talked about the experience, and I think your background in working at those golf clubs, I mean, you can play golf anywhere, but when you talk about some of those, the experience that the member has, it's the differentiation. I mean, because you're going to spend a ton of money to belong there. You want it to be something significant. And I would say that's certainly a hallmark of what you've done, is just making the ancillary world easier for us, where you know that world, you've specialized in it. But, when you see the ancillary world, you talk about disabilities, dental, vision, life. I mean, all of the things that could be added into non-medical benefits. What are you seeing in the marketplace today? Because you have access now to see it all. You're not just a carrier representative. You're looking at all markets, all different carriers. But what's happening now in 2023?
Yeah. So interestingly enough, I think one of the trends that's really been around the last couple of years, but continues to just, I think, elevate in importance, is technology, benefit administration systems. And what's interesting about that to me is all of the carriers have decided to take a little bit of a different approach to how they're going to work with different technology vendors. Are we going to do an EDI feed? Are we going to go down the API route? Are we going to maybe do no file feeds with self-admin billing? And if we do that, can our system then be able to pull out the information we need to complete said self-admin statement to submit to the carrier to be able to pay bills? So I think technology still it's so vital. It's so important. We're using it every day. You're seeing new things coming out in the market from OpenAI and ChatGPT and so many different things out there that are going to continue to get integrated within our business. So I think in the next 1 to 3 years, we're going to see some nice leaps from an ease of use from technology, and hopefully being a little more friendly on the insurance side. But that's still a trend that, every carrier talks about. And I think we do as much technology consulting as we do insurance consulting nowadays too.
Well, it's certainly changed technologically since Mr. Bowling started in the industry.
Wow. Yes. I think I was in the industry for 2 years when I got my first floppy disk that we could put into a computer and actually do our own rating. It was
crazy,
exciting times. Very exciting.
Yeah, I get it.
I mean, it's technology across all all aspects of benefit programs is improving. And just like you said, making it easier for the administration, but then also easier for the consumer, because
Yes.
we want employees to be more educated.
Yeah, technology, that's still going to continue to grow. And like you said, the utilization of the benefits, the enrollment and communication campaigns that we do, but how are claims done? You know, there's a lot of carriers coming out with QR codes that you just snap a picture of a physician statement and send in to initiate a claim. There's a lot of interesting things in the market that are coming out that surround technology.
Yeah.
Well, you certainly have saved us a ton of time. I mean, our staff is, I swear, working 6 days a week, 10-hour days. And, just to take that ancillary marketing off of our table has been huge. So personally, a big thank you, because you desperately helped us through fourth quarter, and extremely excited to see where this is going to go.
For sure.
Yeah, well, likewise, I appreciate that. And we notice around 12 to 15 hours it takes per RFP, regardless of the size, whether it's 2 lives or 10,000 lives. So there's a lot of time and effort that goes into that. And we don't treat a 2-life group any different than a 10,000 life group. And we really aim to partner with you all from RFP all the way through renewal, and the holistic approach from implementation. When you're notified from the client that something sells or they're putting something in for the first time, you come to us and we help with that implementation paperwork, and all the way through ongoing support after the fact. And I think that's what really differentiates us, and also hopefully is a big time saver for you and your teams, or just when an issue happens, because they will happen inevitably. Somebody's enrolled incorrectly or whatnot. We can jump on that and help get it corrected quickly with the carriers for you.
Right. It's a very good point. So as you look at, employers considering different ancillary lines, not specifically to the carriers, but what do you think is important for an employer to consider when we're taking a new proposal to that employer and saying, here's what we're looking at for this year? We're either marketing your lines or we're adding something new. What should an employer be prepared to consider?
Yeah, that's a great question. And we do get asked that quite a bit. And I think the first thing that I talk to with an employer is, what are you trying to accomplish?
Right.
One of the first questions that I want to ask. And so let's assume that the major things are taken care of. We're matching up benefits and we're matching up contracts, and rates are comparable. So we have a story to tell there. I think if I'm an employer, I'm trying to consider 3 main things. The first is, how are these benefits going to be communicated to my employees? Right? We want to offer a robust benefit package, but it doesn't do any good if nobody understands those benefits and nobody elects those benefits.
True.
And I think, as you both know, especially nowadays, we're using these benefit packages as a tool for attraction and retention of employees.
Absolutely.
Right? I mean, there's been so many studies and articles out over the past couple of years that employees will be happy to leave their current role for the same role, same pay at another company, but better benefits. So you definitely want to offer a robust benefit package, but again, understanding how are we going to communicate that and make sure employees are educated on it and understand it to elect it. Once they've elected it, I think it's how easy is it to utilize, right? We talked about that a little bit earlier, but can we file claims via an app or online, telephonic? There's so many different ways. So making sure that we understand how the benefits can be utilized and that it's easy for employees to utilize them. And then if I'm an employer, honestly, I want to make sure my HR teams don't hate me for offering all these benefits.
Yes. That's probably, that's a big one, because you don't want the HR team stressed.
You tend to offer these big benefit packages and 3-4 voluntary lines of coverage, but all those have to be payroll deducted on the right payroll frequency. So really it's really that post-sale implementation after that I would consider as an employer, because we want to make sure, again, our employees get the benefits, they can utilize the benefits, and then our HR team is happy and the billing and administration goes well. So there's a lot of pitfalls that you can jump on or go down there. So I think those are things that I try to make sure that we articulate in our marketing results that we give back to you all, and that we detail out what that's going to look like from implementation on, not just what do these products look like. Obviously, we have to take care of that. That's the major first step. But then what does that look like on the back end?
Oh, sounds good. Chris, as we're winding down, let's ask our final favorite question, if you would. DJ, we'll give you 30 seconds.
All right, DJ, you're at the end of the day. It's been a rough day. Is there a quote? Is there something that you lean on to help you get motivated for the next day, or just to get you through that day?
Yeah, just to get you through the day for sure. Sometimes I'm a huge analogy guy, and I love quotes. I think the one that's resonated with me the most over the last year is, how you do anything is how you do everything.
Wow.
For me, I think that it's just incremental. It's about showing up every single day. It's working hard for your clients and our broker consultant partners, and just doing the right thing, following up on what you say, doing what you say you're going to do. And that leads itself to opportunities that I think I found myself in throughout my career.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you, DJ, for being our guest. Good to see you.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
All right.
Take care, gents.
All right.